Hey everybody, we are live. This is Jake. I've got Jeff over here. We're the In Between the Lines podcast. What's going on, Jeff? You got your Chicago gear on. You looking happy over there?
Yeah, I'm happy. Very happy.
Yeah,
No echo.
good, good. That's a good thing. I think we might have had that figured out. I think it was me not wearing headphones. So
Bet. Bear
yeah,
down.
your Bears are looking good. It was funny. I was watching. We did this last week during the day, and then afterwards, of course, Lions sucked against Minnesota, and then you guys had that. I mean, that was a great game. What an ending to your game against Cincinnati. And I saw your video you posted about being happy. I saw you called me too. I missed it. I wasn't ignoring you on purpose. But but yeah, another exciting game for them again this week against the Giants. I mean, I didn't get to watch that one. I was just kind of paying attention, and they were down. I thought they were going to lose, and then they did the little game break and showed that last minute drive, and it was like, wow, they're playing well. They're learning how to win. I mean, that's some of the toughest things. I mean, when you look at the NFL, a lot of times so many teams lose those, one score games, and you get a young team that's figuring out how to win those one score games. That's a big
Right.
deal. So yeah, well done. Well done.
Well, there's a couple of things happen. Well, Jackson Dart was killing us. We had no answer for him. He was running all over the place. He did whatever he wanted to do. Wide open receivers. I mean, he was getting it, and I'm just like, man. I said, we can't lose this game. Not this
Yeah.
one. What our upcoming schedule? I said we can't lose to the Giants. They
Yeah.
2-7. We at home. They surprised player Scatterboo is not playing. He out for the season. I'm like, man, we should be coasting.
Yeah.
But, Jackson Darty kept running and running and running, and pow, we clocked him. He
Yeah.
fumbled that ball, concussion protocol, and they sent Russell Wilson in to save the day. And I knew the second he stepped on that field, it was over. It
I
was
read
over
something
with.
that I read something the other day that there's people actually accusing Russell Wilson of purposely sabotaging the Giants. No, Jackson Dart is good. It's funny because my son Drew talked about him even like before the draft started, and they a lot of the kids love that guy. And I
Yeah.
I didn't know how he would be one way or the other, but he pays attention to him and like picked him up on his fantasy football team, and he's like, oh, all his buddies think Jackson Dart is that guy, and I was like,
Right.
whatever. And then he started playing, and it was like, it kind of is that guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
good.
he good.
Well, you saw the Giants fired their head coach today, didn't you see that?
Yeah,
That's
I thought that was kind of unfair. They got a
I
lot of
yeah.
injuries, man. A
Well, I
lot
mean,
of injuries.
if you think about it, yeah. I mean, Malik Neighbors went out for the season early in the year. He's an elite wide receiver. Cam Scatterbo's coming out. I mean, putting kind of looking like an all rookie team player for sure, but maybe even flirting with rookie of the year type things. And then Jackson Dart coming out. I mean, that's a good young core, big market. Good
Right.
young core. They're going to have a top five pick next year. You got to think that that's a good destination to be a coach if somebody's looking right now. Like
Oh
that
yeah,
would be
that's
a
an
good
attractive
ideal
job for
job.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, that I don't like the way they did, dude, man. That wasn't
I
right.
agree. I agree. I mean, you knew you weren't a good team because you weren't a good team coming into the season because you had a high draft pick anyway. Three, you get some significant injuries. You lose some close games. Yeah, I agree. I think it was unfair.
Unless they looking at the fact that they had a lot of design runs for Dart, just by himself. And
Yeah.
he was putting them in bad situations when it came to that. But if you can pull them off to the side and say, "Hey, coach, protect the quarterback, protect our investment." I
Right.
don't think they had to just go out and just fire him right away like that.
Yeah, that was a little surprising to me as well. But like I said, that's the first thing that came to my mind was I'm just looking at the players that they have, the capital that they're going to have with that market. It's got to be one of the most attractive jobs available.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I can't think of another one of the. I mean, there's always a coaching carousel every year. There'll be some other ones that are going to get fired and things like that. But that's going to be the prime one. That's going to be the spot that you're going to have some people looking of like, oh yeah, I want that job. So it'll be interesting.
And Dan Campbell took over the play calling for you guys. What's up with that, man?
Well, there's been a lot of complaints about it about Johnny Morton and what he's doing. The offense just hasn't clicked. I mean, the third down efficiency hasn't been good. I remember hearing some things about even Amon-Ra St. Brown, not necessarily complaining, just saying, we got to do some of these things better. We got to have more explosive plays instead of I mean, they were scoring, but it was, like the 6 minute, 10, 11 play drives. They weren't getting those quick ones like they were getting last year. Their third down efficiency was been horrible this year. So I'd heard some rumblings going into it, and then I don't know if it was yesterday before the game or if it was the day before. I had heard that there was some disconnect between some of the offensive players and Morton, and so then I thought it was very interesting when the commentator started saying it. It looks like Dan Campbell was calling the plays, and he did a pretty good job. But you got to think. I mean, you got to think they're going to have to go to a different direction, right? I mean, to me that seems like Morton's gone, right?
Maybe so. But it's a lot of offensive coordinators out there that don't call plays, though. I mean, Ben
Really?
Johnson is calling our plays. Yeah, yeah. We have an offensive coordinator, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works, but yeah, it's head
Maybe they
coaches that
just
take over those duties, but
I mean,
I
maybe
don't
they
know.
just work on things throughout the week and then the head coach decides to call it. I don't know, but I liked what he called. I mean, it was a completely different game, but I mean, I don't want to blame it just on the play calling this week because I mean, when I watched the Minnesota game last week, I mean, it wasn't necessarily the play calling. It was, I mean, we got our asses beat on the line. I mean, the offensive and defensive line got their butts kicked the whole game. I mean, it was crazy. We couldn't run the ball against a team that was giving up huge rushing all year. Every time the Goff went back, he was pressured.
Hmm.
And then on the defensive line, I mean, McCarthy was running all over us. The running backs were running. I mean, it was just like, and then it was also just some undisciplinedness too. I think we had double digit penalties. It was just like a combination of errors. So it was, yeah, we had 10 or 11 penalties that game. So it was just they looked horrible. It was horrible. And then they come back this next week, and all of a sudden the offensive line looks fantastic again, and there was no penalties. And then I watched the Minnesota play Baltimore, and Minnesota all of a sudden can't stop the run again, and they committed like 10 penalties. And it's just NFL is such a weird thing. I mean, just I was literally saying, I mean, anybody can beat anybody any given week. I mean, they're all talented players, but like the one that blew me away this week, I mean, Miami beat the shit out of Buffalo. I mean,
That's
what?
crazy, man.
I mean,
I
Buffalo
wish.
goes out, beats Kansas City the week before in this huge game, and then they come out and I mean, not a close game. Miami dominated that game. And then,
Yeah,
I mean, I was literally the week before saying, I don't know if the coach is going to last for Miami. He's going to get fired
yeah.
this
He's
week.
already lost the team. He pretty much out the door. You know they gonna fire him at the end of the season,
Yeah. So
and they
it's,
the Buffalo come down there and just I think they just got lost in the party or something the night before, man. Kicking it
yeah.
down there on South Beach. Something
Yeah.
went on.
It could be, but it's weird. I mean, to me, like I said, I know I've said it a couple times this year that to me, Buffalo is one of my favorite to to go to the Super Bowl, but I just don't see it. You losing a game like that to Miami, how you can consider yourself a Super
I
Bowl
think it's
contender?
wide open on the NFC side and the AFC side. It's kind of hard to call who's going to the Super Bowl. It really is. I mean, the
Yeah,
Rams are looking good. Just in the NFC, you got the Rams, you got Philly, of course, you got Detroit. Tampa Bay
I
is going to upset somebody.
I agree. I know I said last week that I thought Tampa Bay was pretty good, but New England just beat Tampa Bay. That was one of those. I thought New England just hadn't played anybody. I was still surprised about their record, but I mean that was a good win
Hmm.
for New England. But
Yeah,
I still think Tampa Bay is good. But I agree. I think the team that really scares me now. I know we discussed this last week, but I think the Rams are a scary team right now.
yeah, and Seattle. That's what I was. That was the other team I
Yeah,
was missing. They
I
crushed
haven't.
somebody yesterday.
Was it Arizona?
Yeah, I think they was up 35 to nothing or something in the first half.
See, I haven't seen Seattle play this year, so I keep forgetting about them. I keep forgetting about them.
The defense is nasty,
Yeah,
and Sam Darnold. This guy, man. I mean, he went to Minnesota, rejuvenated himself, and now he's just. But he really just had an average game yesterday. It wasn't. He didn't play lights out. I think they was just getting turnovers. They was getting a good field position, running the ball. Like he had an easy day.
Yeah, yeah. It's a crazy sport, I tell you. I mean, like I
But I
said, I
want to
mean,
circle back to my guy Caleb. Like, what's your opinion on Caleb again?
like I said, I think I said it last week. Like I said, it's to that point where nobody's talking about him, and so he doesn't bother me as much right now. To me, it was the whole diva generational talent. He's going to take the team to the Super Bowl, and I just didn't see that. I still don't think he's a. I mean, I don't think he's a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback, but he's not a bad quarterback. Like I said, he has
Mhm.
talent. He definitely has talent, but he's playing well right now. He's playing well right now.
Well, he's showing up when it matters, and he's showing
Yeah.
up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's playing lights out when the game is on the line. As excited as I am about Chicago, I mean, we got a lot of negatives as well because a some of these teams it shouldn't have went down to the wire like that, and the Giants is a great example of that. I felt like we should have coasted through that game, and we haven't really beat anybody with a winning record. Not, and it looks like we probably got the toughest schedule, you know,
Remaining.
coming up
Yeah,
in the NFL.
I was thinking that, like I said, when I was looking at the schedule and the record, because I wouldn't have expected them to be 6-3. But like I said, the Giants aren't a good team. It took a last minute drive at home to beat them. Cincinnati's not a good team. I mean, they very well could have lost that game. Who else have they beat?
We beat
It,
Dallas. We beat the
yeah,
Raiders. We beat
Raiders are
Washington.
horrible.
We beat the
Washington's not very
Saints.
good.
Yeah,
Saints, yes, like I said. So I mean, but I mean, it's the NFL. Like I said, you gotta beat teams because, like I said, if you don't come to play, you're gonna lose. I mean, yeah, yeah, you're beating the teams that you need to beat. Like I said, I thought the Baltimore loss was a bad loss for them
it
um,
was.
without Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson makes them a completely different team. So to get to play them without Lamar Jackson, it's like you got to beat them. But like I said, but
Yeah.
they're winning games. Like I said, they're winning games. I mean,
So
they lost a game to Minnesota that they probably shouldn't lost.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we should have won that game, and that's who
So
we have this coming week is Minnesota. In
yeah,
Minnesota,
in Minnesota.
I'm kind of scared of that game. Our remaining schedule is Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Green Bay, Cleveland, Green Bay, San Francisco, and then Detroit.
Yeah, that's a tough schedule. Like I said, you can definitely beat Minnesota. I mean, but like I said it, but you didn't beat them at home. So like playing them on the road, it's like, okay, Cleveland's not a good team. You should be able to beat Cleveland. But two games against Green Bay, game against Detroit, Philly. Pittsburgh's not great, but they're not bad. San Francisco's actually pretty tough. So yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough remaining schedule.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. I get it. And like I said,
If
in the
we could just
NFL's,
go 500 in those last 8 games, I would be happy. But that would
oh
give
yeah,
us,
that
yeah,
10 wins. Absolutely. Absolutely. But like I said, the West is wide or the NFC is wide open. So yeah. Did you watch any of the college games this week?
not really. I was working. Which one did I tune into? They would, yeah, it wasn't that good. To like Alabama and LSU, that was one that I really had my eye on, but that one wasn't good. But Indiana,
So that game,
yes,
yeah, they should have lost that game. That was one of the most miraculous toe tap catches that I've ever seen. Ever seen.
yeah,
And like I said,
he getting drafted in the first round from that play alone.
well, you know what's it's funny. I was discussing this with somebody that it seems like every year, like the team that ends up winning the national championship has one of those games where it was like one of those close games where they could have lost and they miraculously pull something out to get the win, and then it just kind of feeds them for the rest of the season. And
Hmm.
I feel like this could be that moment. I mean, as I don't know if you saw that before, but Indiana's never won in Happy Valley before, ever
Right.
to start with. So I mean that was a big deal to begin with, but they get tested, they were down, and then to come back and to get that emotional win like that, and they've got a. I mean, the rest their schedule's pretty weak the rest of the way too. I mean, that's one of the big things that both Ohio State and Indiana are getting kind of dogged about right now is their remaining schedule. I don't think either one of them, other than Michigan or Ohio State, has Michigan still on the schedule, but I don't think there's any other ranked matchups for either one of them. So,
I'm sorry, Ohio State has had a cupcake schedule.
you know, I hate to defend Ohio State because I hate them, but I don't think it's as cupcake as everybody's saying
Really?
it is. Yeah, I really don't. I mean, if you look at, like I said, for one, at the beginning of the year, I know Texas at the time, seemed like a boring game, and everybody thought maybe Texas is overrated. But Texas has went ahead and won all the rest of their games since then. I think who else have they played? There's a couple of those other early games like Grambling and things like that. If you look at their records now, they're like all got winning records. All of the teams are winning records that they've played. I mean, then they beat Illinois, who was ranked at the time. Washington, who just lost a bad game to Wisconsin, but Washington was a ranked tough team. I mean, I know Penn State's not very good right now anymore, but they stomped them. I mean, I don't think their record is as bad as people are going after them about. To be honest with you, which, like I said, I hate to
Wow.
say anything good about Ohio State, but I just don't. I don't think the hates for the schedule is as bad as it is.
Well, Texas did go. They did lose a couple of more after that, right?
No, Texas has lost one game, and that was to Ohio State.
No, 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 no. Well, they lost to Florida.
Texas did?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Never mind. I take it back. Ohio State sucks. I was thinking that they won the rest of the games. You're right. They lost that
Mhm.
bad one to Florida. That's right. That was a bad loss.
It was. Yeah. So
I'll tell you what.
they they nine
Yeah,
now. Okay.
but they're 7-2 or something like that. Okay. I'll tell you what, another really, really good one was the Oregon Iowa game. That was it. That ended up being a really
Yeah,
good
yeah.
one.
I was pulling for Iowa, obviously.
I was too. I We were paying attention to it. I went out. We went out with a friend for his birthday, so we were driving to Chelsea, and we took some back roads that way, and that was on. We were watching it on the phone, and Iowa literally just took the lead with like a minute and something to go, and then we lost service. And he's like, and by the time we got service, I saw they won, kicked the extra, or they kicked a field goal and won it. And I was like, oh my god, wow! But yeah, it was a good one too.
Yeah.
I was I was one of those teams that are just horrible to watch, but they're always a solid team, you know?
It's hard to go there and win. It's
Oh,
hard to
absolutely.
go to Iowa win.
I'm always terrified when Michigan has to go to Iowa, no matter what the record is. They run the ball, play good defense, usually don't kill themselves. So it's like one of those you have to go play. It's never gonna be a cakewalk against them.
So do you think Ohio State should be ranked number one?
No, I don't think they should be ranked number one. I would put I would probably put Texas A&M at number one.
Okay.
But I mean, really doesn't matter in those first couple. I mean, what do you want to be one of the top four, right? Top four gets the bye. But I
And right
mean,
now that's Old State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and Alabama.
yeah. And I mean, and actually, I mean, if you look at last year, I mean, Ohio State didn't get a bye last year and they won. I mean, it's almost like you might lose some momentum getting that bye. You know what I mean? I want to say, if I recall last year, a couple of the teams that got the bye lost last year.
I think
Like I
so.
said,
Yeah.
because they they get that couple week break, and all those other teams play that week before and then come back in that next week hot against the team that hadn't played in a couple weeks, a little cold. Yeah, could be a disadvantage if you really think about it.
I was going to ask you, do you think Michigan has a shot at Ohio State this year after when you think about the game last season?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly what I would have said. I would have said, do I think they have a better shot at winning this year than I would have said last year? Yes, and they won last year. Like I said, last year I thought there was not even a remote chance that they were gonna. I mean,
yeah.
I would have bet money that they were gonna lose by 3 touchdowns last year,
And that was
um,
in
in Ohio State. Yeah, that's what I said. If you ask what's more likely, they win this year or they would last year, everybody would say more likely they win this year at home with a ranked team. I tell you what, though, Michigan goes to Northwestern this week. That's not gonna be an easy game.
yeah, yeah, you know.
They're playing at Wrigley Field. Did you know that?
Yeah, yeah, I did. I
That's
wish
kinda cool.
I wish I was there for that one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be cold though. I don't know about you down there, but it's 26 degrees up here right now.
man, the temperature has dropped drastically down here, man.
Yeah.
Drastically. If I think it's 30 something, but it feels like
Oh,
21.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So you're cold down there too, then, huh?
Yeah, but it'll change. It's not gonna stay that way.
I'll tell you what, though. I know we discussed it a little bit last week. My Detroit Pistons are looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, y'all
I
number
mean,
one in the East.
number one in the East, 6 games in a row. They're playing. They're playing the Washington Wizards right now. I haven't checked up on that yet, but Washington Wizards, the last ranked team in the East right now. But they should get a
Yeah,
good
y'all
win there.
should.
But then Wednesday they play Chicago, so that'll be a big game because that's one of our losses this year. Chicago's playing well too. Um, yeah, they're looking good. I mean, to me, I think Cade Cunningham's one of the best players in the league. And then, last year at the beginning of the year, they were really, really hyped up on Jalen Duren,
Hmm.
and he played really poorly at the beginning of last year. Didn't live up to the hype at all. Started playing better towards the second half of the season, but he was discussing all kinds of trade rumors last year because he just wasn't living up to the hype that they wanted to live up to. This year, he's meeting all that. He's been a double machine. I mean, he's been a beast. He looks like a man amongst boys out there right now. So he's playing well. Yeah, I'm excited about the Pistons right now. To be honest with you, they're
Yeah, that
looking really
game
good.
is on Peacock, by the way. I don't know if you knew.
Oh, I didn't know. I have Peacock, so yeah. As soon as we get off, I'll probably try to watch the second half. Yeah,
Oh
I'm
well, when we get off, I'm tuning in to this Green Bay and Philly game. That's
yeah,
what I really want to see. I'm pulling for
yeah.
Philly tonight,
Oh, for sure,
and
for sure.
if Green Bay lose, we'll be tied for first with you guys.
Will they?
Yeah,
How many losses does Green Bay have? I thought they were still like
they got two losses,
they do
and
have two,
they got wait a
and
minute,
then they got the tie.
they have the tie.
Okay, I thought they were still. I thought they were like 7-1-1 or something like that. I
Yeah, they
thought we were
five
still.
and two. They
They're five
five
and
to
two,
two and one.
5-2-1. Oh yeah, so it would
Mhm.
be. Yeah, let's go Philly. Let's go Philly, and then we have Philly next week. So yeah, I would love them to beat Green Bay in a close
Y'all in Philly or Detroit?
in in Philly. Like I said, all these tough games that we have, they're all on the road this year. All on the road.
Oh, yeah, let me look at y'all upcoming schedule. Okay,
And we have
Lions.
Philly, Giants, Green Bay. Our
Mm-hmm.
next three
Cowboys. Y'all should beat them. Y'all got the Rams in LA. Oh, that's
in
gonna be a
LA.
good one.
In LA, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be an
Steelers
important
at
game at that
home.
time.
Mm-hmm. Still got the Vikings again and then us.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. Like I said, if we can beat Philly next week, that'd be a big, big win. Like I said, we should be able to take care of the Giants. I hope we play well on Thanksgiving against Green Bay at home. Like I said, never know. Like I said, we've been a little inconsistent this year. Like I said, we've had a couple games where we've looked like the best team in the NFL, and then we've had a couple games where it looks like we don't know how to play football.
Yeah, the spread is only 1.5. Philly is favored by 1.5 with you
Yeah,
guys next week.
that's not much considering it's at Philly.
Yeah, they anticipate that being a good game. It may
Yeah, for sure.
change. You never know. 'Cause those spreads will change, during the week.
My favorite part of the game for the Lions this week. I mean, they were in control the whole game, but to me, and it's crazy that it comes down to this anymore now, is that I was just happy nobody got carted off the field. I mean, we've had so many injuries, and it just keeps getting worse. So I was glad because I don't know if you watched the game. I don't think you did. You had to work. There was a time where Penny Sewell was on the ground and everybody was looking at him, and I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?" But he came out and missed a couple plays and then was back in. But that would have been a huge loss. But yeah, no major injuries this week, so that was good news because they do think a couple of our guys are gonna come back here soon. They think Davenport's gonna be back soon. They think DJ Reed's gonna be back soon. Kirby's been out for the last couple of weeks, but he's been like a game time decision every week, so he's close. So hopefully we start getting some of these dogs back and then avoid any other major injuries.
Okay.
But it's tough. It's tough.
We'll
I was
see.
yeah. God, there was something else I wanted to ask you and talk to you about. Oh, there's two things. One's basketball related and one is not sports related at all. Which one do you want?
Let's do the not sports related.
I know you somewhat fancy yourself as a cook and a chef, right?
I do okay.
I also know that you really, really like jerk chicken, right?
Yes.
So how do you make it?
I cheat on the jerk chicken as much as I like it. I use Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. It almost looked like mud in a jar.
Is it powdered seasoning though? Is it, or is it a wet seasoning?
No, it's wet. Like I said, it's
Oh, okay.
literally look like mud. Uh, it's spicy, man. It's real spicy. But before I put the jerk seasoning on there, I add a little onion powder, garlic powder, some herbs like that, and then I get the jerk seasoning out of the jar. I put it in a bowl and I just massage it in and I let it sit for a while. And then I grill it. I put it on the grill
Okay.
versus the oven. Yeah.
And then it's really dark when you after you cook it, almost
Yes.
blackened. Okay.
Yep.
And then what do you eat with your jerk chicken? Like what do you eat it with? Like what kind of sides do you have?
Man, it just depends. If I'm grilling, sometimes I just, I do like a outside thing like baked beans. I do some coleslaw, stuff like that. Or sometimes I do the rice and peas thing.
Rice and peas? Hmm.
That's how they do it in Jamaica. That's what they have with it. Rice
Rice and
and peas
peas.
or steamed cabbage.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But typically, I just throw them on the grill, and sometimes I do jerk barbecue. So I make up a really good barbecue sauce, and I dip it in there. Excuse me. Put that in the barbecue sauce, and that's really good too.
Okay. I was I was gonna make some jerk chicken this week, and I was just looking at different recipes, and then it just made me reminded me that I remember that you really like jerk chicken, and thought that I heard that you make it.
Yeah,
So
man, you remember that, huh?
yeah, I like food. I mean, I probably like food just as much as I like sports.
Yeah, I was just down there cooking right before I came up, before we started the show. I was rushing. I just threw together
Yeah.
something though, some shrimp and sausage
Oh, nice. That
with
sounds
some
good.
vegetables. I put that together with some rice. So I'll be digging into that watching the game.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm gonna make some type. I made like a powdered jerk seasoning that I'm gonna use as my seasoning. But yeah, I was the recipe that I was using. I can't tell you what it is right now. There is a wet seasoning for it too, but it
I'll
involves
send it
the.
to you.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I'll
that'd be
send
great.
it to you.
But I'm gonna make it sometime this week. I think, and I know I told you this before. I think the first time that I ever had jerk chicken was when I went down to the Bahamas one year. Amy and I went down. We stayed at the Atlantis, that really nice resort down there. And we did not stay all inclusive, but all the restaurants that we were eating right there at the resort was like ridiculously priced. I mean,
And
we
where was
went
this at?
in the Bahamas, Nassau. We stayed at
So
Atlantis.
yeah, I remember you was the one that told us to go to the fish fry. They call it the fish fry in the
Yeah,
Bahamas.
yeah. So I mean, we were literally spending $70 a person on breakfast at places, and it wasn't all that good. And then one day left the island and went into actually Nassau, and we went on to, I think it's the Junkaroo Beach, I think it was called.
Hmm.
And yeah, they had all this stuff on the side, these vendors doing stuff, and I bought in a styrofoam container jerk chicken for $10, and it was by far the best thing I had the whole time I was down there.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, this is good. I really like the flavors of it and everything like that." So
So they have a
I
they have a newer hotel there
yeah.
called Bahar Mar.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yeah, man. That's nice. You got
So the
it. It's
last
not all inclusive though.
we've been to Nassau 3 or 4 times now, but the first time we went, like I said, we stayed at Atlantis. The other 3 times that we've been there was all on cruises, so like it was just a stop. So we'd stop there for the day. But like I said, I'll never forget getting jerk chicken on the beach. I mean, I'll never forget it. But
Oh yeah.
I've never, like I said, I like cooking too, but I've never made jerk chicken on my own. I said it's something I'm going to try this week. So I'm excited about it.
I think I got a video of some that I did a couple of weeks ago. I'll send you that too.
Yeah, that sounds good. But then now back to sports. So the question I was going to say is, I said, and I know you're not a huge basketball guy, but I was just somebody posted something earlier, and throughout the season they have the betting odds for MVP, like like this is the top five for MVP right now. And so when I was looking at it, the list was in no particular order. I'll just tell you who the five were, but it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, it's Nikola Jokic, it's Luka,
Mhm.
it's Shai, SGA, and it's Victor Wembanyama. Those are the top five, and I can't argue with them. I mean, as a homer, I want to say Cade Cunningham, but he's probably in the top 10. But those are the five that consensus right now. What do you notice about those five players, just right off the top of your head, if there's anything that you notice?
They scoring machines.
Yeah, but the
Uh,
big thing is they're all foreign born players.
yeah, but that I mean
And
that's the NBA now. I mean,
well, and that's the other thing that it was kind of bringing up was like I want to say the last seven MVPs have all gone to foreign born players.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so
That's
that's the question is USA losing its step? I mean, when the last seven have been foreign born players, the top I mean, it's going to be another one this year, obviously. I mean, what's that say? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Is it a good thing for the state of basketball in America, or is it a good thing because of the globalization of the sport? I mean, like, what do you think?
oh man, that's a deep question. I don't like it. I think I didn't like the whole globalization thing for the NBA. I hate that we basically changing our rules to the foreign rules. You know, the Euro step and you can't touch nobody. You know, you
No,
can't foul nobody. Is I don't understand why we gotta go to their style of play. Like, what is the reason for that?
yeah.
Why do you want to bring the foreign players over here and play? I don't know, man. I don't want to get too deep with it. I mean, they basically took the center position away as well.
Mhm.
I remember years ago, Shaq said it right after a game. He said, "I'll be the last true center that you will see." And I didn't know what he was talking about. And they was already transitioning to it, back then. And he was kind of right. I mean, it's been a few of them since he's retired, but it's nothing like it used to be. Everybody want to shoot threes and stuff now. So
Yeah, and they blame that on Steph, but I was also watching something. They said when the globalization really started, is the dream team. And so that's when it started because that's when the world got introduced to all these great players. And they said if you go back and talk to some of these players, they'll tell you like, "Oh, I remember the dream team. I remember the dream team." But it's funny because one of the Detroit Pistons' famous draft mess ups was that year that it was the year LeBron was number one, Darko Milicic was number two by the Pistons, and then Dwayne Wade went three, Chris Bosh went four, a bunch of other. I mean, one of the greatest draft classes of all time, and the Pistons were the ones that managed to get Darko
yeah,
Milicic,
Carmelo was
which
pretty high too, right?
yeah, he was three or four. Yeah, they had Carmelo. Yeah, I think Carmelo was three. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Milicic was three or two. Carmelo was three. Dwayne Wade was fifth. Chris Bosh was fourth. I mean, it's like
yeah.
all Hall of Famers except Darko Milicic. But what's funny about that
Yeah,
is,
y'all got a lot of slack for that because y'all could have drafted Carmelo.
but if you remember when the leading up to that draft, there was nobody saying that that was a bad pick. They were all over Darko Milicic saying, "Oh, the 7 foot guy that's got skills. He's going to be a future player." There was even at the time saying that there was justification to take him number one, that if it wasn't for LeBron James, that he could have been number one. So,
Oh
like I
yeah.
said, it's one of those. I remember it when it happened because I was actually excited. I was like, "Oh, they're saying he's good," and I mean, you can always look at things in hindsight and say, "Oh, obviously he wasn't." But what's kind of crazy about that is if you talk to Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic, they loved Darko Milicic. He was a hero to them
I could
because
see that.
he's from where they are from. And so he
Right.
was at the time, he was the first Slovenian person ever drafted and drafted that high in the lottery. They loved Darko Milicic, which is crazy when you think about it now because you talk to most Pistons fans and they're so mad that we didn't get Carmelo Anthony. And there's all the talk that if we would have got Carmelo Anthony with that group of Chauncey Billups and Rich Hamilton and Tayshaun, that we would have won a couple of chips with that group. So
Well, Joe
it's
Dumars
interesting.
said that he showed no interest when he invited him when he came and did the workout and everything. He said he
Yeah.
didn't show any interest in the Pistons at all, and that was his reasoning for skipping over 'em.
Well, I always wonder about that too because I mean that Pistons teams was like a really hard nose and a defensive powerhouse, and that definitely was not Carmelo Anthony. So I don't know how he would have fit into with that culture anyway. But it is hard to say. I mean, because he's never won. He's never won anywhere. I mean, as talented as he is, he has not won. So I don't know. It's one of those funny what if questions, but I just thought it was funny when I found out how much Jokic and Doncic actually
Yeah,
idolized him, and I was like, God, that's crazy. That's a crazy thought when you actually think about it. But yeah, I mean that's crazy. But I don't know. I was reading one of the things that I was reading about it. Like I said, I know you've talked about many times about like we're adapting the European game, but I actually think has a lot to do with I think AAU is ruining American basketball. I
really?
mean, if you watch it, I was doing some deep dives into it. I can't stand AAU basketball, but over in all the European countries, they really, really, really focus on fundamentals and teamwork and things like that. And that's what they emphasize and play and things like that. And so that's one of those things when you think of some of these players that we're talking about, they're really skilled players. They're not athletic. Luka Doncic is not an athletic guy. Nikola Jokic is not an athletic guy. I mean, they don't have that speed and quickness
Right.
and jumping ability that these other guys have. They just play really good, sound, fundamental basketball. And AAU does not teach that. I mean, AAU is, for one, there's no defense. It's all about going out there and
You're
it's
just
it's
playing
not
some street ball. You just playing pick
it's
up
not teamwork.
basketballs. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not teamwork at all. It's all look at me, see how many points I can score. Don't care about stopping my guy, but I'm going to go out there and, like you just said, shoot three pointers and try to dunk. And it was funny. I was watching. I can remember just a game last year uh, from local high school teams. Like this kid got a dunk, and it was a crazy dunk in the game, right? And all the kids loved it and talked about it and stuff like that afterwards. That was the guy's only basket. They lost the game, and if you would have talked to all the kids though, that was the best player out there
mm,
because he got a dunk. You know what I mean? It's one of those that's I want to say I've heard Shaq and somebody else say it too. It's like we're in such a highlight age. You know what I mean? Where people actually aren't even watching full games; they're watching highlights. And so you see
right.
highlights, you don't see the whole grind, you don't see everything they're doing. You don't get to appreciate the defense, the hustle plays, the good passes, or the pick that set that up, or things like that. It's all about running and gunning and shooting threes and dunking. And like I said, I don't like that. I don't like where it's going either.
Yeah, I would even say that they would rather shoot a three than to dunk.
Oh, yeah, because it's worth more points.
Well, what I'm saying, it was exciting to see dunks, though.
Mhm.
It was exciting to see what they was going to do. They've taken that completely out. Like they don't even want to use the creativity. It's no creativity in shooting a three, but if you can get more creative with a dunk. That no one is being creative anymore, in my opinion. I mean, you can
Well,
set up your own shot. I mean, you can create your own shot and shoot the three. But to me, basketball is more creative down low, with the fadeaways, the dunks, the layups.
well, I agree. Like I said, I think there's a misconception. I hear people talk about the players today are more skilled than the players were back in the day.
That's a bunch
And
of bull.
I don't think that's the case. Like I said, I
Not at
mean,
all.
I think overall, maybe some of them are more athletic than they used to be because of the full-time training and all the advancements that have made. But like I said, skill-wise, absolutely not. Like I said, if you look, like I said, I heard somebody say it the other day, and it said LeBron James has no bag whatsoever. Like I said, he
Absolutely not.
no
No.
bag whatsoever. And like I said, a lot of these players don't anymore. Like I said, it used to be other than like Kyrie Irving. I mean, Kyrie Irving's, I think, is one of the most creative players in the NBA right now because he literally can do just about anything. But most of what you see nowadays, like you said, is people running down the court and shooting threes or looking for fast break dunks. But there's no mid game anymore. There's no low post anymore. So
No,
I agree. I
no.
think it. I think the basketball is less skilled today. But that's just. I mean, I guess that's just where it's evolved. I mean, I guess the stats and the metrics say that it's best to shoot 3 pointers and layups. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I did watch it. I did catch North Carolina and Duke college game. What was that Saturday night? I seen that one. The college basketball is still pretty exciting to me.
I tell you what. Watch out for Michigan basketball this year.
Yeah, I remember, yeah, you said that last week. You got me pumped up about that.
I think they have a legitimate shot of winning it. The whole thing. I think
Oh,
they're good.
wow.
I think they have a legitimate
You
shot at
think
that.
they good, good.
I think they're good. Good.
Okay.
I think they're good. Good. There's some other really really good teams in there, but like I said, I think every year at the beginning of the year you could put maybe like 6 or 7 teams that have a shot at winning it, and I think Michigan's in that group.
They got them ranked number 6 right now.
Yeah, they're solid. We play Wake Forest tomorrow, so I'll watch that. But they're good. They're good.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
Well,
exciting.
we down to 14. Illinois, we rank 14. So I'm a huge Illinois fan when it come to basketball. They be pretty decent. So we're gonna see what they gonna do this year.
Yeah. It's crazy that,
Uh,
a Big Ten team hasn't won the national championship 20 something years.
yeah, and y'all went and lost, right? Who did y'all lose to?
We've played in it. Did we lose to, was it Louisville? I think we might have lost to Louisville a couple years ago. And we've played in it, but
Yeah,
year with Trey Burke and all them, I thought we were going to win it. We were up big at halftime, and yeah, they came back and beat us. It was Louisville.
yeah, we played in it. That was a while back when we had Luther Head and D Brown and those guys,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we lost to North Carolina.
Yeah, I want to say that it might be like the Mateen Cleaves Michigan State team. Might have been the last Big Ten team to win it. That was early 2000s.
Wow.
That's wild, isn't it? Because there's been
Yeah.
good teams. Every year there's teams in the top five every year and number one seeds and things like that. They're just not
Yeah,
winning it.
and yeah, Purdue is ranked number 2.
They
Wow.
were they were number one. They just got switched this week because they actually had a pretty close game to somebody. Oakland. Actually, I want to say it was Oakland who Michigan just beat by like 50.
Wow. Okay. Uh Purdue is 2, Michigan 6, then Illinois at 14, Michigan State 17. Yeah, so we only got 2 in the top 10, and that's rare for basketball.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they got BYU.
Well, BYU's got one of the best players in the country. They think has a legitimate shot of being the number one overall pick next year.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, I do like watching the college game more than the pro game. That's for sure. Because you still see some post stuff. I mean, they've adopted some of this new flavor too. There's a lot of running. There's a lot of 3 point. I mean, they're still looking for 3 points and layups, but you still see some mid range stuff. You still seeing some set plays being run. You
Yeah,
still
that's
see
from the
post
coaches.
ups. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of our players that we grew up watching is coaching these kids now in
Hmm.
college. So yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to cover? I
No,
want to
not.
circle back to Caleb though. I want to circle back to Caleb. I that boy is bad.
You're funny. You know why you're funny? Because a
Why?
couple weeks ago you weren't sold on him, and now he wins a couple. He wins against Cincinnati and the Giants, and now all of a sudden he's a bad boy. Come on
Hey
now,
man. Hey, hey.
he's all right. He's
I
all right.
like the way he played in the fourth quarter. All
Yeah.
jokes aside, I think him and Ben Johnson gonna do well together. I'm not gonna put Super Bowls and stuff like that out there, but I think we got it right for the first time, probably since Dicker and McMahon. I'm serious.
Dang.
Yeah.
I mean, haven't you guys won a Super Bowl since then, or no?
No, no, we haven't.
You've been to a Super Bowl since
Well,
then, though, right?
yeah. Yep, we
Yeah.
lost to old Peyton,
Okay. Jay Cutler, was he the quarterback?
Rex
No.
Grossman.
Rex Grossman. That's right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. No, we'll see. Like I said, you've always known my opinions on Caleb Williams, but
Yeah.
like I said, I don't like I said, I just thought he was overhyped. And now I don't think he's overhyped.
Right.
so so he doesn't bother me as much.
I can't. I hate the damn nails, man. I can't get past the nails.
Yeah.
But when we win, I don't think about the nails. I start thinking about them again on Tuesday.
Oh, well, maybe he'll paint them purple this week.
God, dog, man. Jeez. Finally get a good quarterback, and you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't want to put that over the airwaves.
Oh, that's funny. You can also get Caleb Williams responding to you in a bad way. Just when you start giving him some love, somebody's gonna send him a clip of you talking about his fingernails. Locals Bear fan embarrasses himself. That's funny. All
Yeah.
right.
Hey, did you go and see the new Predator movie?
I have not. My son went and saw it and fell asleep during it, but not because he thought it was boring. He just said he was just exhausted that day and he just couldn't help himself. They went and saw a late movie, but he said all his buddies said it was the best movie they ever saw.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about it, so I'm gonna go and try to check it out this week. I may even try to go tomorrow and
You know what?
enjoy my Veterans Day tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Happy Veterans Day to you.
Thank you, sir.
You know what I've been watching, and I know you've probably watched it too because you like that kind of stuff. Is I've been watching Welcome to Derry. Do you know what that is?
No.
Do you know what you know the movie It
Oh, that scary movie?
with Pennywise the clown?
Nah, man. Nah, yeah. You know I ain't watching nothing scary. Screw that.
So they started a series. It's like last night was episode 3, but it's an origin story for It. You would hate it. You would absolutely hate it. But it's good. It's good. But I don't think you could handle it.
How you gonna go and be scared on purpose? I never understood a damn scary movies. That's so stupid to me.
Dude, so every year around Halloween, I love scary movies.
Yeah.
But I always try to watch a bunch of them, and I always try to watch a bunch of new ones, and I always watch some like of my old favorite ones too. So like I watched both It 1 and 2 like in this last week, especially preparing for this Welcome to Dairy show. But dude, I watched some crazy ones this year.
Is that the one with the clown underground?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I seen the previews to that. I
Yeah.
just seen the clown peeking out of that thing. I changed the
Yes.
channel. I was like, nah.
Yeah. But so we watched this movie the other day called Weapons. It's about like this whole classroom of kids that are like maybe second graders or something like that. All but one of them just doesn't show up to school one day, and they're all missing. Like they all left their house the night before at 2:17 and all disappeared. And so they think it's weird that it's that person's class, so they like investigate the teacher, and it's the whole show is them trying to figure out what happened to these kids during this time. Dude, it's so messed up. So messed up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going to bed here soon, man. I don't want to talk about it. I gotta go to sleep.
You remember when we took you to see Friday the 13th?
Yeah. But you know, Friday the 13th really is not. It's not that bad.
Really? Because I don't know if you recall yourself in that movie theater, but you were embarrassing.
Yeah. I don't like scary stuff, man. I just can't do it. I can't
funny.
do it.
That's funny. Well, it's about time. That game's about to start here in just a couple minutes. So
okay.
So
all right.
Lead us out there.
Gang. Yeah. It's that time to end it. I hope y'all been enjoying the show. I hope your team is winning, whoever that is. I love messing with. Yeah. Let's go Philly tonight. I love messing with them Dallas Cowboy fans. By the way, oh man, that's a lot of fun. But yeah, continue to check out for us on all platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. He's got his own channel over on TikTok. So check us out. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. Put the comments down there. You got anything, Jake?
Comment, share, subscribe. It helps us out a lot, guys. We appreciate it. But until next time, go Lions.
Go Bears. Bear down, baby.
And go Blue.
Yes, sir. Go Blue.